soon to be fascist America, and we're here to say hell no to Trump, to fascism, and to the whole damn system of capitalism, imperialism, which gave birth to this nightmare.
This country has fucked up the rest of the world and destroyed people's homelands and forced millions of people from the Congo to Latin America to flee their homelands and seek refuge in places like the U.S., and then they turn around and call them criminals and demonize immigrants.
We not cross the border crossed us. They stole Mexican territory. It's us territory. But Trump is crazy. Crazy motherfucker, though.
They're coming in from prisons. They're coming in from jails. These aren't people. These are animals.
If you listen to Trump, why is healthcare messed up? Immigrants. Why is there debt? Because of immigrants. Why do the police kill black people? Because of immigrants. Fentanyl crisis. Why is that? Because of immigrants. Everything. They're the scapegoats. They're sort of the spearhead for a whole fascist onslaught against people who are already most vulnerable and
Chat. Okay, guys, I swear, chat, yes, this isn't some loaded question, chat, dog whistle. I am being genuine, chat. I'm being genuine, but I'm honestly asking. I will look at replies. Okay, chat. I have to ask, why are people so adamant about fighting and defending and whatever for people that came in illegally? Why is this the hill to die on? I don't understand it.
I'm not sure.
It's probably because I think these people are come here because they're misfortune, like right? They come here to find opportunities, and then they feel bad, or they don't feel bad, but they want to feel that they are the better person and that they care, and they pretend like they do, so they can feel better about themselves, right? They do so because it makes them feel better about themselves, and they have something to brag about, right?
If they came in legally. So why is that a problem? I don't
understand the right? I'm so good because I help these poor people that come in here and they need the money. Right, and then I help them and I support that. Then I feel better about myself.
Fake outrage.
It's just they don't realize that you put laws in place
Elon is illegal. Yeah, but even if
to prevent chaos, and if people break them, there is chaos, right? So by supporting these people, you're supporting chaos. Doesn't mean that all these people are just bad people, but it does mean that they break the law.
I'm not Mexican.
And that the law is there for a reason.
And as far as
overall, they shouldn't be here, even if they might just be
there's like an agreement
a great addition to the country. Overall, all of them combined aren't, right? And that's why the laws are there. That's why you need to get them out. It's not about the one person that does better and improves.
You are something of value.
It's about
the United States recognized as like something that
a movement that is going to destroy your nation.
A O1 visa, a B1
and that's where you stand by your laws, right? And if the laws are bad, then change the laws. Don't.
That's what I'm on.
Or don't go easy on with your own laws, with your own rules. Don't apply them leniently.
This whole system is illegitimate and wrong.
If you're going to make a law, stand by it. If you're not going to stand by it, then get the law out of there. Don't get the people. Don't just let the people stay and also keep the law. Because then you're contradicting yourself. You either get the people out or you get the laws out.
Just deporting illegals.
Or if the laws are bad, get them out. If the people are bad, get them out.
Stop doing that. I feel like it's like it.
It's one way or the other, right?
Environmental destruction, people being forced out of their country because their environment is no longer livable.
Right, so I don't get why are they supporting getting the people here, and why are they supporting having the people here and opposing getting them out, yet they're not trying to get these laws improved. That makes no sense because you're not making any meaningful changes. You're not standing by anything meaningful because it's not going to do anything, because then once this issue gets resolved, just the next generation of illegal immigrants is going to rile up the problem again, right? You never fix the problem.
You're saying, is it okay?
You don't fix the problem unless you start either applying the law or you get rid of the law.
To be honest with you, yeah, absolutely it's okay to deport them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much good you do after a crime. If you committed a crime, you're a criminal.
Yes.
And everybody would have to face the music for that crime. How is that a question mark? Guys, if I got hired at a bank, okay, because I falsified my record to say I went to Harvard with a fucking 9,000 GPA or some shit like that, okay, and I have 9 billion IQ, and I falsify my records and I get hired, and I become the head of the bank, okay, and I'm balling out, like I say, okay, you broke the law and you did all that, but you didn't doing pretty good, you get a pass. Fuck all that. What?
Yeah, like
Fucking
you
hell.
have to
What?
stand by the law. You make rules
What a weird precedent
for
to
them
set.
to be applied
Doesn't make any
because the
sense.
rules
What would be,
give
I guess, the ideal
structure and
society?
they give order to the society. If you don't take your rules seriously, it's going to be chaos. But it's not about the people that cause the chaos, it's about the rules not being applied. You're going to let your rules be broken, and which rule are they going to break next, right? I'm not saying they as in these people are bad and you're going to break the rules. I'm saying if you see one guy break the rules, then a very malicious person is going to think rules are there to be broken, and they are going to be breaking all the rules, right? And you'd be surprised how many people are really malicious, and as the amount of people that break the rules goes up and up and up, the amount of malicious people that are going to break them also goes up and up and up, and that's chaos, right? That is chaos. You get anarchy. And some people want that,
These guys
of course,
robbed
but
the Gucci store because people are like, yeah, fuck yeah,
if you want
fuck
an
Gucci,
order
blah, blah,
in your society,
okay,
you need
you start
you
to champion
have
these
the rules
ideologies,
to
and
be
people robbing
applied,
everything, and
not
soon enough,
to just
people robbing
have
you
them
now.
and
Now it's a
not
problem.
do anything
Well, I don't think it's a problem
when they're
anymore because
broken.
you said it was okay, so I think
You
that's
have
okay
to
too, I
make,
guess.
you have to either apply the rule or remove the rule. If you're not going to want to apply it, then you're going to say it's, well, this is not something we do, and get rid of it.
Immigrants,
Because
migrants
having a
that come
rule
here from all over the world.
just there to be broken sends a message to the malicious factors in society, and they will take that message and they will smear it in your face like it's a piece of shit, right?
Federally
They'll
funded,
turn everything into shit.
Infrastructure, right? Yes, you're defrauding by default. I'm confused. Who do you think pays for the roads? Who do you think pays for everything? The government makes the whole fucking country what it is. If you are using these systems, and then you came in illegally, whatever, the taxes. Oh man, Jesus, really, dude. Oh man.
Because they don't know what's going on in the first or whatever. They're waiting for that thing, and they fear to lose the family and everything.
Yeah. This is why we wanted to come here to call on them to say, New Year, no fear.
A new year, no fear. Nuevo año sin miedo. Todos somos ilegales. Well, now's the time to stand up, not cowering in fear,
not hiding in the shadows like Trump is telling people to do, but coming out and refusing to accept a fascist America.
Immigration and customs enforcement operations reportedly underway in jurisdictions all across the nation.
For somebody not from LA, how would you explain what MacArthur Park symbolizes?
Yeah, MacArthur Park is like the absolute death of like urban Los Angeles.
Yeah, it looks like a scene from Tucker Carlson's Nightmares.
Yeah, it's drugs, gangs, homelessness. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Why do you deserve to be born in a country that has a higher quality of life over somebody who else was born in a low quality of life and they got unlucky? It's not fair. I understand 100%.
Yeah, man, life isn't fair.
It is unfair. There's a lot of.
Yeah, okay. Let me just say, life is unfair. Deal with it. Or yeah, I wasn't born as the richest person in the world. Oh, I didn't get a massive mansion as my inheritance. I didn't get the biggest company on earth. Well, life is unfair. I deserve that. Yeah, I mean, if you want it, you need to work for it, right? If you want something, if you want to improve your life, you kind of have to work for it, and it goes for everybody. People pretend like some people don't have any issues when they do, and you just have different issues. Okay, you might be less fortunate, you might be more fortunate, but you all have issues. We all have things to work for, and then you work for it, right? So pretending like some people that are misfortunate to just get to break the law, that's not how it goes, because they get to break the law because they're less fortunate. But you know, people get jealous, right? There's always someone that's is more fortunate than you are, right? I can always point at a person and say he has this and this and this that I don't have, but I would like to have that, right? So I'm misfortunate, right? And then these people, they were also misfortunate and they get to break the law. Now I get to break the law because I'm misfortunate and I get to have that. That's how it goes. You don't allow this, right? You get born into a system and the system is unfair, life is unfair, but you learn about the system, you learn to improve, you learn how to, if you want something, you learn how to get it. You don't just take, you learn how to get it, to earn it, right? You earn it.
Unfairness
it always goes like this.
You probably have to deal with on a daily basis, and I get that. But the things that you do after you were dealt an unfair hand is up to you. And if you decide that for you, you have to commit a crime
I don't think
to go forward,
the situation you're born in
that comes with certain consequences
has any influence on your moral character at all.
Illegally, as that
the only
guy, the only
thing that decides who you are morally is you.
And when that happens, you can't
right?
be
you do that. If you do bad, you do bad. If you do good,
you were
do
dealt
good.
Unfair hand, and I get that. You made a bad choice,
right?
And now you get clapped. It's kind of part of the game.
It's all about what you have and who you are.
A very unfair hand, and
it's about how you deal with that, and that's what makes you good or bad.
I mean, I don't know.
Right?
Like,
so there was hella dead bodies in the fucking lake.
A body was found in MacArthur Park Lake.
Unfortunately, nobody we talked to was surprised by the fact that there was a body found in the lake here.
Colin, you are not going to MacArthur Park tonight. In fact, none of you are going to MacArthur Park tonight.
I mean, when I first found out about the location, I was tripping out. You know what I mean? People are out here like hustling, and they're all about capitalism, I feel like.
Yeah, it's almost like a hyper-capitalistic environment. It kind of reminds me of TJ.
Yeah.
Everybody's selling some shit where you got these fences rolled out with like everything under the sun. Hats, Jordans, toothpaste, t-shirts, fake IDs. We're almost in the epicenter of capitalism.
Yeah.
In a straightforward barter economy.
Straight up. It's like a one-stop shop for everything.
I think there's a lot of people who
Brother, how is the shit like this? They get punished for trying to make their lives better and improve. Yes, brother. If some guy is broke as shit in an impoverished area and spawned bad, his parents are on fucking crack, and they go to the local bank and they go to fucking rob the damn thing, okay? And they say, guys, I did it because I wanted my family to live better and be able to afford food. Yeah, if you gotten away with it, sure, but you play the fucking dumbass game, you play the dumbass price. Wait, how's that not the same? I'm confused. You cannot be justifying it. Whether you're justifying a crime. Why do we do this? Don't justify crimes. I think it's fucking stupid. I don't like it.
Find every kind of way they can to try to sell their goods on the street, and they face all kinds of harassment as well. But there's a hyper-consumerism and obsession that people have with getting more for yourself, because there's a very meaningless existence in this country of just get more for yourself, consume more, and it's also promoted in the culture.
Yeah, America's brain rotted. Everybody in chat is brain rotted. Okay, the brain rot spread too far. The libtard seed has been swallowed by everybody.
I think
we're too far in to go back. Brother,
a news video.
I am so confused.
Apparently, Pope Francis, you know, the guy in Rome,
like
the Pope,
justifying
the Catholic Pope.
Criminal activity.
He said that the Zoomers, Gen Z,
if whatever is happening,
are too brain rotted because of of scrolling on TikTok.
Dude,
like why does this 80-year-old man know what brain rot is, man? Who told him this?
Why are we doing this? Why? I don't get it.
Who told him that, man?
Guys, it's the criminal behavior. Slavery was legal once. I understand it. It's fucking absolutely cooked that was a thing. It's deplorable that human developed that way to do these horrendous things. Okay? But in that framework, right? In that framework at the time, in their mindset, they're not They're not doing a criminal activity. In that system, you're not. It's the criminal mindset. If you know, guys, it's illegal to smoke weed here, okay? If I go in a state and I smoke weed, it's not that I'm just smoking weed. I know for a fact this is a crime. I'm not allowed to do this. I am doing this. It's the mindset. You are voluntarily and deliberately committing a criminal act. It makes you a criminal. If you know the border must be crossed legally, and I know this, if I cross the border without due process and without doing it correctly, I'm committing a crime. You know you're doing a criminal behavior. Is that too hard to understand? The minute you start justifying that, at that point you can justify anything. Huh?
Everywhere. It's why some of the more famous artists are kind of drawn to the Trump fascism, is because of that whole hustler, get mine, fuck everybody else shit is very in sync with this Trump MAGA fascism. So look, this is a system.
It might not be immoral or whatever you say justify it, but it's definitely illegal. And when you go to cry to public opinion, they might find that moral for you to do it, but when the fucking law knocks at your door, they might find it illegal, and then you might go to jail or be deported for such behavior. You understand? The law doesn't give a shit about fucking Joe Blow on the block's ideologies about what's moral or not.
System that is very unlike any other capitalist country that has ever existed. This country lives like a big, fat, bloated parasite off of the people of the world, okay? And making a revolution in this country in a new world would not only be good for people who are suffering now here, but it would be a big weight lifted off of the backs of people all over the world.
It's important to note that this march was organized by the New Revolutionary Communist Party, aka the RevComs, a small political party founded in 1975 with numbers in the thousands.
My name is Annie Day. I'm with the RevComs, the Revolutionary Communists, the RevCom Corps for the Emancipation of Humanity.
Their primary cause in organizing the rally was to protest deportations by ICE, something they see as an extension of capitalism itself.
We're actually concerned with the masses of oppressed people, the people who are hungry for a different kind of world.
It's been 100 years,
even
man.
If they don't suffer from
Nobody cares.
And that's
Nobody cares.
Mobilized, and we think we're in a rare time where the actual
these people are never going to get a communist revolution
doing crimes and bad
because
behavior on
it's
US
been
soil
100 years, man.
You're the fucking
Communism was cool back then.
Motherfucker.
It's fucking cringe now,
if you
dude.
compare the behavior that I have
It's
at my own
fucking
house
cringe.
to my friend's house, I'm on my fucking A game. If I go to my friend's house, my girl's house, I meet her parents,
Still
I'm on different
communist
behavior.
in 2025, man.
I'm holding it the fuck down. I'm the fucking guest. I've asked to be there. I wasn't born there. I didn't teleport there. I ask and I want to be there. Therefore, I abide by their fucking rules, bitch ass dumbass. What's wrong with you guys?
Revolution. It's not just more urgent, but more possible.
Their operational plan is
Of course, you're gonna be under more scrutiny when you come from outer places, because they can just say, fuck this shit. You're going back home. So of course, I think I'd have to be on my A game. If that's something that clicks with you, you're a cuck. Swallow the load. The liberal, massive cum load. You have to swallow the whole thing.
Overthrow the U.S. government and do away with capitalism, while simultaneously granting sovereignty to all U.S. territories.
Puerto Rico, independent day one. Other countries that this country has dominated independent day one. We might have to form another nation within the borders of what had been the United States in order to give national sovereignty to oppressed peoples. Because, like, again, people have risen up repeatedly for liberation, even in Puerto Rico and everywhere. And they've had their heads cut off every time they lifted up, including directly by the U.S.
The RevComs are devout followers of a man named Bob Avakian, a communist theorist who cut his teeth in the Bay Area during the 1960s, a time in which political mobilization among the youth was at an all-time high.
He came out of the 1960s. He was part of the upsurgence of that time, the revolutionary student movement against the Vietnam War. He was part of the free speech movement back in the day at Berkeley. He worked very closely with the Black Panther Party in their most revolutionary days. And like so many people of that generation, he became a revolutionary.
We will not fight racism.
Yo, students need to keep doing what they do. Read the books, do the thing, okay? Students are fucking brain dead. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying I'm saying this, okay? Yo,
they're all using
brother,
chat
read your
GPT to
book,
pass
do
the
your
classes.
thing,
They're
do your
not
training, then go to the
learning.
work,
They're not learning.
Stop acting like you fucking know
As
about
college
the whole
fell
world and
off.
how things work because you
College
read
fell
it in a
off.
fucking book. Okay, I don't give a shit.
College fell off.
I don't care. Okay.
After
Bro, when you get out there,
people stopped going there to learn, and people started going there just to get a job.
Some book really
That's facts.
With racism, we refuse to stoop to the level of a racist to hate
You
somebody
go to college
because
to
the color
learn
of
to
his
be
skin.
exceptional.
During Avakian's heyday,
to learn
communism seemed to be growing at an exponential rate,
advance
along with environmentalism,
society
animal rights
and
movements,
to advance the
farm
world.
workers unions, civil
Nowadays,
rights
people
groups,
go to
and other
college
activist
because
organizations.
they want
but
to
this would
get
all
a certain
quickly
job
come to an
to get
end
money.
in the early 70s
It's an
when an
investment,
FBI
but that's not how
counterintelligence
it's
program
supposed to be,
infiltrated,
right?
disrupted, and discredited almost
That's just not
all
how
of
it's
these
supposed to be.
organizations and their leaders, leading to diminished numbers and widespread disillusionment.
I know people who came out of the 19...
Okay. In a book...
Because you can learn... You don't have to go to college to learn how to do a job.
As a utopia. I'm sure you could
You
formulate...
just learn to do the job
with
on the job.
logic and mathematics and everything's a measure. You can make a perfect society, right? Easy. And then you go in and do it. Oh wait, it doesn't work out. Why not? The book said it would work though. I don't get it. This perfect utopian communism shit book. It's supposed to work, but it's not working. Why not? What's going on here?
In the 60s.
There must be a
gave
problem.
up on revolution because they didn't see a way out, and who turned to all kinds of, shooting up, smoking crack, because they didn't have any hope, not just because they were suffering, but because they lost the hope. And, a brother who came out of prison talked about how it wasn't until he found, like, Bob Avakian talking about how to revive the communist movement and save the project of emancipation that he found, like, there's something to live for and not just to kill ourselves doping up with the enemy's poison.
Unlike so many others, he never gave up on revolution because the system didn't get better, and he's forged a new communism.
Bob Avakian apparently has a new constitution for a new communist reality.
It does lay out the basic principles and a lot of very concrete guidelines and institutional, procedures that could actually guide people on how to begin the day after seizing power, so to speak, and actually transforming society in a way that would be emancipating.
He's re-envisioned the project of human emancipation.
If you were to look at communism throughout history, what do you think are the most successful examples of communism in application?
One is the first revolution in the Soviet Union that lasted from about 1917 to the mid-50s. And the second is the revolution in China from 49 to 76. And both of those revolutions was the first time the slaves stood up and cast off the yoke of oppression and exploitation and were heroic. And in that process of actual building new societies, there were also errors.
The so-called cultural revolution would end up leaving
why
millions
communism doesn't work? It's because, once you get there, there's no driving force anymore, right? Communism only works as a driving force, as an ideal. People want communism when they don't have it. But once you get it, all that's left is for you to work and work and work every day until you die for your government. And nobody wants to do that, okay? Nobody wants to do that. People only work for themselves, and they only work to improve their own lives. They don't care about the government, they don't care about their family, they don't care about their friends, they don't care about any of that, right? They only care about themselves, and they're gonna work for themselves. So once you say, you're not gonna work for you, you're gonna work for the government, they're going to hate you. Because that's slavery, right? That is slavery for free. They just get enslaved for free, and people don't like that, so they stop having any driving force to support the ideal. And then it stops working because people start hating the ideal, right? That's why people in the Eastern Europe, like Poland, don't want communism, right? They only want this they only want it in the place that stood against communism the most, which is America, right? It's only in America. They only want communism in America.
And, Avakian points to even grievous errors.
Yeah.
And learning from that new stage, we actually can do different and much better the next time power is in the hands of the masses.
How do you reckon with the actions of some of these more authoritarian communist governments like Tiananmen Square or the Soviet gulags?
When you're talking about Tiananmen Square, that was actually after capitalism had been restored in China, after Mao Zedong died, and there was a capitalist restoration. And then in terms of the gulags, I'll say two things about that. One, communism is the most lied about and distorted experience in our society. And you look at the proponents of the people who most attack the Soviet gulags are the masters of mass incarceration in this country, literally a country that has locked up more people than any other country in the world.
Oh, it's not that it didn't work and it is a disaster. It's that we didn't talk about it properly. It wasn't done perfectly.
You heard that argument. It doesn't work because
aren't really being
what she says is
it wasn't documented
well,
properly.
yeah, okay. There's so many. Yeah, these things. What you say? Yeah, but it was worse here. It was worse here. It was always worse here, and communism is good, even though all these atrocities happened. But I'm not gonna say they happened. I'm just gonna say, well, they were. I think it was worse here, and they were actually not communism, but they were after the West
if you hold my hand, you know we could live in utopia.
They don't actually care about communism, they only care about West bad. I think West bad because I'm miserable, so East must be good. East must be good because
millions and generations of black people and brown people who they have all concentrated in these inner cities.
Because one thing is bad doesn't mean everything is good. You can have two bad things.
This is what I mean when I say grievous errors.
You have one good thing and then many bad things.
Why was dissent outlawed?
Right.
What was wrong in the
try to
understanding
compare
of the people
a little
leading
things, there's always one that's the best,
what was wrong in his understanding,
and then everything else is worse.
That led to the crushing of dissent. That led to thinking that
that's
if there was any dissent under socialism, it must be foreign influences, and those people must be silenced and crushed.
So in total, around 1.3
you don't see what is
million
actually best,
shot or imprisoned.
what the best possible one is, because
and shortcomings of that revolution
you are a
great
little
lesson for
ant
people who want to get free.
living in your hut.
You know, and look,
okay, you're a little ant.
I don't know if there's a bad revolution in the sense of when people do rise up against oppressors. But people, the part of the problem is that those revolutions constantly get reversed. You talk to people in this neighborhood. I don't know how many you have, but there are people who come from places that they had their hearts lifted from revolutionary struggles where the revolutionaries then became the new gangsters that they were fleeing from.
The majority of your worldview is based
it's not less
off of
inspiring
your
that people rose
intuition
up, but it's
and
disheartening when people don't have a scientific understanding of why they keep running into the same problems over and over again.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like inherit some of the ways they've been conditioned to, even post-revolution.
I'm sorry, could you say that one
more time?
This
is your worldview.
I think even like post-revolution, a lot of people who have been oppressed and then gained power and self-determination inherit some of the leadership structures they've been taught. Like if you look at Haiti, or if you look at the Islamic Revolution in 1979, that became more oppressive than under the Shah.
Talking in your head.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't just that they inherited it too. There again, the Iranian Revolution, there was a lot of struggle over how to understand uniting with the Islamic forces that were part of the uprising against the Shah. And frankly, the U.S. was happy to see these Islamic forces come in and replace the secular revolutionary and the communist forces. Many of them were not for the revolution, but then were against the Shah. But then the Islamic forces jailed, executed many of them. But today you have the Islamic Republic once again jailing people who rose up, you know, for women after the hijab laws were used to execute this woman there.
22-year-old Mahsa Amini. She was detained.
Can I be explained why people always use examples of like less developed countries, other countries that have other problems, like Russia, Middle East, like examples to the United States? If you change the components, the formula changes completely. You can't just say, "Oh, look at this now look at us." I don't think it's a fair comparison. No. Really? I didn't say the iron is less developed. What is it at? Some of the countries that were named in some of these examples were and are less developed.
By the morality police in Iran over an accusation that she violated the country's dress code by wearing her hijab or headscarf too loosely.
So like,
there you go, there's another lesson. Heroic. It's not less heroic that the Iranian people stood up against the Shah and drove out, you know, the lackey of the U.S. But then it's disheartening and discouraging to see new oppressors come in, take over and take things in a horrible direction. And if you don't have, if you're not, you know, sorting that through scientifically, all you could conclude is
us.
There's no hope. Every time we fight back, every time we rise up, it does no good. Or all we can hope to do is replace the people on top with us so that we can fuck the people on the bottom now.
Yo, what is up, guys? As many of y'all know, one of our mission statements here at Channel 5
does the US have good infrastructure?
You can get 50% /Channel 5,
roads,
and once you get there, sign up.
Most of the time. Everything else is shit.
The RevComs, though interesting,
you have a good
aren't
military.
the only radical leftist group that I've spoken to in recent times who felt
Some
compelled
European
to abandon the two-party political system entirely in favor of a direct action model. Around 3 weeks ago, after Luigi Mangione allegedly assassinated the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, I attended a free Luigi rally in Washington Square Park in New York City.
But they just decide to be an American puppet because they're fucking stupid and retarded.
You have to play the game with the rules and confines of the current system, infiltrate and make change from within.
Kind of developed, right?
You can't just say, oh, things should be like this. I will act like this. Yeah, guys, I hope this works out. It's just not, it's not going to work.
Dozens of young people voicing their support for Luigi's alleged message.
Help overwhelm!
Can you tell us about your sign?
Yes. Government recognized terrorism. MLK, Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, Luigi Mangione.
Obviously what Luigi did was an act of violence. Not going to touch on that as much, but he
has lifted us out of the dust in the trivialness of...
Here's a good example. Technically, okay, hold on. I'm saying technically. Yes, he was born very rich because of his dad, whatever, right? But Trump, technically, would be a political outsider when it was growing up. Do we kind of agree with that or not? Do we kind of agree or not? Yes or no? It was pretty much an outsider of mainstream hardcore politics, right? And I don't think his dad was like in the government or some shit like that, right? A lot of people are born like him, right? I mean, a lot of Americans have the same set of rules and same thing when he was born, right? And he did all that and got the president. What if some other guy were to do that, right? And in order to actually change something and do that whole wait, what? I'm confused. If you really cared about the system and you were to get on that grind, I mean, you could, at least born with that or not. Yes or no? Yeah, Obama did pretty good in that way. No? At least a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Not Obama potato, that's a thing, that's a game thing. You guys are stupid. Yeah, Trump was born pretty rich, yes. I mean, definitely. Like what?
Politics and legislation.
And I believe that this is being done to send a message.
Healthcare should not be for profit. Yeah. That is the bare minimum.
Nigga in there for a body, but he doing the right thing.
Despite the sentiment of these young protesters, many of the RevComs disagree entirely and believe that sporadic, non-coordinated acts of violence set the movement behind.
What did you think about the assassination of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson?
I think that has nothing to do with anything positive. The healthcare system is a mess. It's a for-profit industry, but revengist actions against individuals go counter to any kind of fundamental liberatory change.
The purpose and goal of revolution is not revenge. And if revenge becomes what motivates people, this will take the whole revolution off course and we'll end up back where we were before.
A revolution is a change in the system. It means you overthrow one system.
And you know that they will. You know, the people at the top, you know what they'll do, right? They'll take the one guy that's doing some dumb shit, and instead of zooming on the whole group, they'll zoom in on that one person and say, this is what you guys are, right? It's up to the group to police themselves and say, yeah, we don't agree with this shit. But they don't.
You don't make an enemy out of somebody who is not just for the sake of it because you don't agree with them. You have to actually end and change the system.
Okay.
You dismantle its economic mode of production. So instead of everything being done only if somebody can make a profit off of it and those who make it don't own anything but the ability to maybe come back and work the next day, you're taking all that wealth and saying we're going to use it for society as a collective and humanity as a collective.
No, it's deeper than corporations. It's actually a system of capitalism that's at the root of it. The reason these corporations act the way that they do is because there's a capitalist system that's driving them. It's not just corporate greed, it's a system. If they don't maximize their profit, if they don't exploit, if they don't plunder the environment, some other corporation will, some other country will.
At everybody that is more fortunate than them,
well, that's why we need
as if
revolution.
they're all malicious
different
bad
system.
people. This guy's right. He's right about the first part. Right? Sometimes people look and they're jealous, and then they just assume that everybody they're jealous about are bad. Right? They have to be bad, and they do this to justify their own feeling. Right? They feel jealous, so then they try to say they're bad, not me. They are bad, and then that justifies me being bad, right? When in reality, you just suppress the feeling because that's the most unproductive thing you could do. Right? You're only dreaming about what somebody else has. Man, get it for yourself. Get it for yourself. But you don't, because you're lazy and you only want to be jealous, right? So he's right. None of these people aren't malicious all the time. Some of them are. Some of them scam you, do whatever, right? They probably just work, and it's a group of people that work, all because they want to earn money. And then as a collective, it just ends up that because they all want to earn money and they work to earn money, that money has to come from somewhere, and they're probably exploiting you in that way, right? You're being exploited because you have no choice, because you are not a part of that system, and they are, and you don't get to have any say, and they don't know your input, right? So they don't consider it, right? Only a genius would look far enough to consider the people that, right, would look far enough around themselves and outside of their social group and outside of their time period to actually realize that. And just, there aren't that many geniuses in the world, so that doesn't happen. It's not that they're being malicious, it's that they are just not considering you because they don't have time to think about that, you know? They can't, not everybody can just think about everything all the time. They don't have time for that. They need to work. They need to work. They don't have the energy for that. They don't have the talent for that. They don't have anything that allows them to do that, right? They could if they really, really tried hard, but they're not because they're just not good people. They're not exceptional. They're sheep, and they work as sheep, and most of the time the sheep work together to improve their situation, to improve the situation of the majority, and the exceptional minority get fucked. They get royally fucked, right? And the exceptional being exceptional doesn't mean being good, right? There are this many, right? This is the majority that are mostly bad, some good. This is the exceptional bunch, and if you look at the entire exceptional bunch, this is the amount that is bad, and then this is the amount that is good, right? That's like 100 people in the entirety of America that are unexceptional and really good people that actually do care a lot and do good, right? Most of them are just selfish all the time. Not all of them are the worst people you ever know. Most of them are just selfish and never think about anyone else, only do everything for their benefit. And the same goes for the sheep, and the same goes for the exceptional people. Just the exceptional people on themselves individually will have a way bigger impact if they actually get massive.
Array of Bob Avakian t-shirts, my memory was jogged, and I realized that wasn't the first time I'd actually met Revcoms in the flesh. Throughout the 4-year process of filming our new movie, Dear Kelly, which is now streaming at www.dearkellyfilm.com, I actually attended a counter-protest in 2021 for something called a White Lives Matter rally in Huntington Beach, California, where some Revcoms had showed up to distribute leaflets. Here's a deleted scene from Dear Kelly, wherein I met Revcoms for the first time.
This cat right here, his name is Bob Avakian. He's the leader of the revolution. BA8 stands for Bob Avakian. Bob Avakian. Bob Avakian, leader of the revolution.
Nothing less.
Bob Avakian is the most radical revolutionary thinker of our time. This is someone who's, for decades, devoted their life to developing a science, a strategy, and a way out of this goddamn horrendous system.
This country is, I mean, it's a fucking sick, fucked up country, and its entire economic foundation is based on...
Why are you here? Why? You could go somewhere nice like China and live there in what you're looking for. I don't understand. Why don't you go and live in China? Why would you be here if it's so horrible?
Capitalism was restored after Mao Zedong's death.
Okay. In China?
Where else?
Yes. It's not about running. It's not about going to some place where
Now I want to just say this. In reality, everybody is exceptional. But when I talk about exceptional people, what I'm talking about is the exceptional people are the people that further their differences from everybody else to look for greatness. Whereas the people that aren't exceptional are the people that instead try to adapt and conform, right? That's what makes you a sheep. People don't, it's not that you're born a sheep or you're just a sheep. People choose to be sheep because that's the easy way, right? You're not stupid or a retard for being a sheep. You're probably, right? You're probably the smartest person in the group, right? You don't need to be a genius to realize that the likelihood that you're really exceptional or really a genius is just not very high, right? And only the geniuses that choose to be exceptional are going to be massive. Most of them are they're just delusional, right? They're just crazy people. So being a sheep is just the logical choice, and it's the easy choice, and it's the easy way out. And that's why I have no respect for them, right? Because it leads to boring lives and boring stories. And I like stories, I like narratives, and the average person just isn't interesting, right? They choose not to be interesting. And that's why I try to be exceptional, because that's way more fun. It's way more fun.
Might feel comfortable. It's about doing what humanity needs most. That's the need that we're responding to.
Doesn't really matter.
The emancipation of all humanity.
In the end, it's
we're
about
actively organizing,
looking back,
and recruiting people,
and enjoying the story that you
anyone
had.
Who's ever
right?
dreamt about a better world,
enjoying
and
all
wants
of
to
your
fight
character
up against
arcs.
This system needs to get into this
and looking
right
back
here.
and
Despite
knowing
their budding hopefulness about the impending
that
communist
you did
revolution
what
as
you
expressed
could
Okay, guys,
to be satisfied
this
with your life,
insane.
right?
Chat. These
to create a
whatever,
masterpiece.
Right? What if the people at the top, or the people that this affects, or just don't look at it? Like the tweet, like cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is not real. Turn off the monitor, right? I mean, does this cause any sort of pressure anywhere? Can they just not look at it for a couple days and nothing happens? I don't like what is this achieving?
2021, the Revcoms today say their party hasn't really been able to grow in size since then. Much of this, they say, is because of liberal identity politics.
Woke identity politics, in terms of both people thinking that the goal is to get in on oppression or to own their oppression instead of uproot and end oppression. But then there is actual social oppression. There's the deep-seated white.
No, I don't think no. There's no violence or kill this or kill that, dude. My ideology, and I know that, listen, don't misinterpret my words. I believe in infiltration. Okay, if you really want to cause change in a system, you must infiltrate and change it from the inside, right? But infiltration is the way to do it. If you do it,
I think at this point the best thing is to destroy it and go for a full reset.
It's supremacy in this country that's woven into the fabric of America since its founding.
White supremacy is real, racism is real, the oppression of women and
not a spy. Infiltrating means, guys, you're an outsider. You're somebody who has different thoughts, and then you get into a system, right, with different thoughts, and then you change it on the way up. And I think that's possible.
Based on gender and sexual orientation, all of that is real. But what is really wrong with identity politics as a framework, as an outlook, as an ideology, is that it elevates somebody's identity as if that means they're telling the truth.
This is obviously such an issue for them because Bob is an 81-year-old white man, which places him at the bottom of the progressive identity hierarchy.
Oh, they don't want to hear about a revolution because the person leading it happens to be an old white guy. That shit is weak. All that means is that they care more about what a person looks like than they do about the person's ideas and about actually getting free. Or maybe they refuse to hear about communism or communist leaders.
In addition to stifling leftist mobilization, Revcoms also believe.
I think, chat, that hey, this is my idea. Hey, communists over there that want to win the whatever. Okay, you guys need to rebrand your shit. Okay, I've seen it before. Some guys, their company sucks or they're bad, change names and then they start doing good. Just rebrand the whole fucking thing. Just call it. They give it a new name. Communism. No, give it a cool new buzz name and just rebrand the whole product. And then say, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Guys, we're doing it. We're doing something called.
Because movements like communism.
I don't know.
But communism is a new thing from the last 100 years, or a little bit longer, but really as a big scale thing, it lasts 100 years.
It's the right thing
but
to do.
Similar movements that have similar characteristics
cool.
have existed for since antiquity.
That identity politics are emboldening the right wing, which is true.
Tokenistic, reactionary identity politics posturing.
Just with different perspectives,
is not the
right?
reason for white supremacy in this country.
So,
that's more systemic and rooted in the history and the ongoing functioning of capitalism. But it does reinforce it. That there is a reinforcing, vicious
to the new society
circle dynamic between woke lunacy, identity politics, and fascist outlook and reaction, and that they actually reinforce each other, and they share an
that makes sense, though,
framework.
because so many has changed since then.
Eight buzzwords.
This isn't the industrial revolution anymore. This is the age of the AI brain rot.
Truth actually reinforce each other, and they share.
And in this age,
identity
and in this day, people just don't care about communism. Communism is boring. Communism is outdated.
An epistemological framework. They share an
old.
outlook.
It hasn't adapted. It's done nothing. It has done nothing good for the world.
As opposed
people
to
know
truth
that.
being objective.
So
like
people just aren't going to support you because they're crazy and they want to be part of your community. Which is the only reason this woman is talking about this. Not because she's actually oppressed or she actually cares about these oppressed people, supposedly. It's because she wants, she's completely lonely in her life and miserable and works every day being miserable, and she wants to be a part of the community so she doesn't have to work and gets to be supported by that community. That's what she really wants. She doesn't care about the society, she doesn't care about the system, she doesn't care about anything.
So
what she's talking about. She cares about her community,
you can't
the
say,
people
oh, I'm
around
being
her,
triggered, please
and she wants
stop.
to feel
You
belonged.
can't say in a courtroom, oh, Your
yeah, I
Honor,
know.
this is a white prosecutor. How dare he say
It's a
something
bit
about
bold
my
to
black
assume
client or my
random
female
people
client?
know.
It doesn't go. So it intimidates
That's
decent
what I'm
people,
do.
and it does
Right.
jack shit against the system and the real oppressive forces.
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine. Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News. Channel 55. We don't fuck with costers. And 5 is the
number. I don't get it, but that's all good.
The EVGA.
Honestly, I wish more energy was focused on deporting a specific level Canadian.
Oh, it's 6.
Am I right, chat?
That's my.
Yo, bitch ass.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention.
My legal status
is the goat.
Way more solid than yours,
massive.
pal. Than fucking
Those who
yours.
are massive are superior to those who are not.
Check your taxes.
So, glazing the goat is good. Now glaze the goat as I have glazed them before.
American.
Right?
Chat, guys.
Glaze the goat,
or
the goat is massive. And xQc,
adapting it to a new system. Okay.
Is the goat.
And that it works.
Yeah.
I was a
okay.
Broke
3 people
Canadian
agreed.
basement dweller, and now, guys, look.
3 people agreed.
I'm a nice American
Obama
immigrator legally, and Trump meter. I mean, it's a long road, but it's possible.
Obama deportation. Wait. Really? I never heard of that.
Not that you want that.
Chill out, bro, before I deport you.
We're saying in terms of Americanism, meaning the president it's pretty American.
Yeah, how have I never heard of
want
that?
xQc
Probably because it was
until
maybe
they realize the gambling
8 years old when
streams will be
Obama
back.
was in office,
I like
and I didn't care about American politics back then,
I feel like
because I wasn't chronically
you're
online.
kind of like anti-American. I think it's kind of sad that America
That's probably
lost its.
not because
its
the
kinda,
libtards are
pride.
oppressing our.
Like,
Because
it's
not
not
because
a
our freedom
problem
of
to
speech
be
is
proud of
getting
where you're from.
monitored
It's not a problem
and
to say, "Yo, guys, like,
suppressed.
Fuck
No,
yes.
probably because it was
Yeah,
8 years old, and I cared about playing Bonk.io back then.
Man,
I cared about playing
fuck as a nation. Like we've been,
Mario Kart.
We're on that grind. We're out here.
Super Mario Galaxy
like,
2.
It's
was the
kind of
best
inspiring,
weekend.
but people are
That I played. I didn't play the
ideologies
first one.
for
It
stuff
was
like
good.
some bullshit. I think that's just libtardism, straight up. Yeah, guys,
Super
I'm
Mario
on a team.
64 on the DS was really good.
Guys, I'm American, please. Fuck.
Mario
you can't
Kart
check
on
me
the
the
DS
stamp,
was
man.
really good. Even Mario Bros on the DS was good. I had Yoshi Island Game Boy version on my DS. That was massive, dude. That game was really fun. I have some more videos for you, cut. Yeah, this one.
How greedy, greedy,
There
how
you go.
how LLLLL.
You know,
And these are the highest powered NVIDIA chips that they were not supposed to have.
Yes. My understanding is that DeepSeek has about 50,000 H100s, which they can't talk about, obviously, because it is against the export controls that the United States has put in place. And I think it is true that, I think they have more chips than other people expect, but also on a go-forward basis, they are going to be limited by the chip controls and the export controls that we have in place. You know, the China...
Wait, what? I don't get it. So I'm looking at some AI shit.
Oh, same shit.
Yeah, people are scared of the Chinese AI overtaking it. But people say, "Oh, dude, it's only at a fraction of others." Chat, isn't it using like billions dollars of fucking chips or whatever? Isn't that like, it's like chips stacked to the fucking brim? Is it not?
Chinese labs, they have more H100s than people think. You know,
and these are the highest powered NVIDIA chips that they were not supposed to have.
Yes. My understanding is that
Wait, they were not supposed to have them?
My understanding is that DeepSeek has about 50,000 H100s, which they can't talk about, obviously, because it is against the export controls that the United States has put in place. And I think it is true that, I think they have more chips than other people expect, but also on a go-forward basis, they are going to be limited by the chip controls and the export controls that we have in place. The China...
50,000 A1s cost $8,000 each. Wait, they have how many? 8,000 per 50,000. 50,000 times 8,000. 40 mil. Huh. 40 mil in chips. That's pretty dank. Oh, H100, not A100. Oh. I'm be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about here, chat. Yes, I'm at my depth with this one. I'm just typing numbers, trying to look like I'm smart in front of Ico, but otherwise the chat I would have exited this a long time ago.
Last week, China.
Oh, A100 210 Blackwell chips on a 3.0 gigahertz modified. Oh my god, rookie mistake, dude. Wow. Jesus.
xQcL.
Rookie. Oh,
jeez.
Who's little bro yapping to?
Chat, what are running that on the dual encabulator case, muzzle vein? Okay, sorry.
Chinese cubs.
Is that the dog in the background?
You've seen that video before?
Man, how old is a dog? He can barely walk.
Anyway. I put all my money, except for these $5, into the market
the dog
today.
can barely
Time
fucking
to get
walk.
rich. Chat, buy the dip.
So old, man.
When they walked right over OpenAI's moat last week.
What? About the new car? I showed him, yeah.
Oh, so cool, huh?
Yeah, so cool.
So cool.
Okay, bye, see you later. Bye. Do I get a bye? Yo? Do I get a bye? No, bye? Like, that. Oh my god. Bye.
Man, just hurry up, go on to the video.
Chinese company DeepSeek shocked the world when they walked right over OpenAI's moat by releasing the open source R1 model. Not only does it beat their $200 O1 reasoning model, but it also beats Claude Sonnet and Gemini. It wins on key benchmarks, but more importantly, it passes my vibe test, along with many others on the internet, as long as you don't ask it what happened on April 15th, 1989. R1 even wins at math, which is crazy considering OpenAI had the answers in advance. Over the last few days, normies...
Guys, I have to say, when I asked it the bike problem, it did a better job than OpenAI. Chat, it beat ChatGPT in the bike problem.
Have been learning about R1, and it went viral to become the #1 app in America. This is a big problem for big tech, because in order for the grift to keep on grifting, artificial intelligence needs to be hard and take thousands of GPUs to pull off. But DeepSeek R1 cost less than $10 million and was actually the side project of a hedge fund where their only goal is to create long-term social value. Wall Street is terrified, and Nvidia stock is in for a bloodbath today. Nvidia has been the primary beneficiary of the AI boom, but the whole bubble just got one-shotted by a brutal reality check. In today's video, we'll find out how DeepSeek just changed the course of history. It is January 27th, 2025, and you're watching the Code Report. Big tech is literally shaking right now.
The West has fallen, chat. Guys, how many times have I been saying, chat, the West has fallen? Guys, I've been saying it. I've been saying, chat, the West has fallen. I keep saying it. Nobody's listening. Hey, bro.
Right now, Sam Altman coped with a dramatic tweet. A revolution can neither be made nor stopped. The only thing that can be done is for one of several of its children to give it direction by dint of victories. I'm not sure if that's Napoleon Dynamite or Napoleon Bonaparte, but the funny thing is he damn near got ratioed by someone with an anime profile picture that said, "It's not that deep, bro, just release a better model." In addition, to try to remain competitive with DeepSeek, OpenAI is also offering its O1 mini model to free users. But that's not all. They also released a new thing called Operator, which gives AI access to a browser and allows it to click on buttons and fill out forms on your behalf, which is a game changer because that means you can have ChatGPT go attend your court-appointed DUI courses or anything else you might have to do online. In the future, humans will no longer need websites or UIs, only APIs that can interact with the AIs. Operator is currently only available to people on the $200 plan, and overall it gets pretty mixed reviews. That's cool and all, but the Chinese are...
Wait, do I pay for that? I think I pay for that.
Available to people on the $200 plan, and overall it gets pretty mixed reviews. That's cool and all, but the Chinese are really crushing it right now. DeepSeek is one thing, but they also released this thing called Hunyuan 3D, which can generate 3D meshes and textures, and that's huge for people like me who have spent years failing to get good at Blender. But the crazy thing about DeepSeek is that it was just a side project that cost very little money to produce. Even Mark Andreessen called it one of the most amazing...
Chat, what do you think that China's big, like, official think about this? Bro, they just collapsed the fucking US tech market because of some fucking bullshit side project out of some rich dudes. Bro, now they know that they can inflict fucking anything that they want. They could fund some fucking whatever, put $1 billion aside, put it into some bullshit, and then, dude, it's GG.
And impressive breakthroughs he's ever seen, a profound gift to the world. And because of...
Stop saying that the market didn't collapse, okay? Okay, your dad just sold a house, okay? Call your dad right now. I'm not, the house is sold, okay? It is what it is. Don't talk to me.
That the stock market is panicking and just wiped out nearly $1 trillion in value, with Nvidia being the biggest loser, followed by other chip companies like Taiwan Semiconductor and Broadcom. You see, Nvidia's had basically a monopoly on AI training for the last decade, because they have better Linux drivers than AMD, and all the machine learning algorithms are optimized for libraries like CUDA, which is proprietary and can only run on Nvidia GPUs. And they have the infrastructure to connect all these GPUs together at scale. As AI models get bigger and more popular, so do the profits of Nvidia. But someone got DeepSeek running on a few Apple M2 Ultras, and that's the 680 billion parameter top-of-the-line model. And that's terrifying if you're a tech investor pouring billions of dollars into AI, because if the best state-of-the-art model can operate on relatively cheap consumer hardware, and it's free and open source and developed in China, how are we going to make any mother effing money? People are calling this the Sputnik moment, when Russia launched the first artificial satellite into space in 1957. The United States was shocked at the time, and it took over a decade to make a comeback. When America...
And they made a better platform, a better social media platform. TikTok, first thing US says, we have to ban it, remove it because it's spying on our citizens. It's spying on my data, it's hacking my Wi-Fi, take it out quick. Now what?
America made its pinnacle achievement of filming a man on the moon in Nevada. That's a joke, of course, and even the smartest technology in the world, DeepSeek, believes in the moon landings. We had a good run on this AI hype train, but now it's time to move on. I'm looking forward to brain chips, quantum computers, artificial meat printers, nano robots, digital resurrection, and all kinds of other tech that will make the world a better place. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next.
Dude.
Thank you, brother.
True. Brain chips. Chat, imagine, chat, if you buy a brain chip, insert into your cranium,
Nvidia
wait,
is better,
they dig a hole into your head,
but
put the fucking chip, and fucking 2 days later, some fucking better Chinese chips comes out, like 26,000 faster and smarter.
Nvidia is better.
Like, oh, bro, can you update the chip?
For desktop.
Check, can you re-chip or what?
For your money.
How does that work?
Probably AMD is better. It's like your gaming option, you know.
You swap it out.
And that's what Nvidia is doing. They're going hardcore on the AI, you know. And AMD isn't doing that
show some love and welcome me to the jungle.
Right. Okay, next video. There was one more that I was gonna watch. This one. Driving cars, idiots. xQc reacts. Here you go.
31 months of watching you fall off. I would pay good money to watch the Skeletor fight Big Tonka T.
Oh my god.
Jesus, what the fuck?
Bro.
Where the fuck is he going?
Poor guy in the truck, man. His thing is total for no reason. Okay, well, I mean, dude, if you didn't have the music blasting the whole fucking time.
xQc.
Like, you can see this guy's fucking brain dead. Start breaking already.
Yeah.
Brother. Guys, driving is about intention.
He only braked
after
he already went on the intersection.
If the guy didn't stop in the middle, if he's even showing a sign that his wheel is moving,
just slow down,
brake or you change lanes, man. What the fuck?
Just slow down here. Where he only braked way too late. I would have slowed down, paid attention to the road. It's still the other guy's fault, but yeah, you slow down. You do this. It's better to go a little bit slow if you notice the road is getting chaotic than to speed up.
Jesus, these are insane. That was a fully red light, though. Well, somebody might have died. This is nice. This is nice. Oh, okay, I mean, that's.
So yeah, as you can see, our souls are going to be spread pretty thin this go around.
Hey!
Video.
Spread pretty.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Chat, that's unfortunate, chat, but these intersections, chat, guys, you have to identify. It's unfortunate, chat, that there's a little bit of a turn here, kind of, because you can't see shit. You gaslight on these intersections. It is what it is.
It's kind of going kind of fast, you know. And you can't see as well in the camera. He could have seen the car, could have seen it through the windows. But why is he going so fast there? Yeah, like, why in such a fast road do they not put just usually when you have a fast road they only put
guys, I thought I was watching idiots in cars.
They only have the non-light intersections.
Is this Instagram real?
If it's a slow road going into a fast one and the fast one has the right of way, but that's not the case. I don't get it, man. You need to slow down, man.
Chat. I have a question, chat. Guys, I always turn single most of the times, 90% of the time. I thought you weren't really allowed to switch double instant. Is that true or false?
No, you can. You can. It's because you know you can't switch there.
I've been doing it right then. I thought I was insane. I'm always the only guy turning single.
Thanks for the streams, feels good.
Everybody turns
You
double.
can go double if there's nobody there, right? But if you because he couldn't switch after. Usually you have to go double. If you wanna go straight, you can go
I'm trying to see
double.
what I would have done here.
You can go double. You just have to make sure there's nobody besides you. You know that nobody else is going to turn in that lane. Or if you approach on 2 lane and you go, let's say you go left to another 2 lane. If you're left, you need to go left. If you're right, you need to go right. But if there's nobody around and there's nobody besides you, you can go from left to right in the turn. But if there's someone besides you, you cut them out. You know, so you have to adapt to the situation.
If he speeds up, I think he gets caught by the tail and then he's.
But I'm not American, so I don't know.
The dash cam at least. Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it is over here. It's not illegal, but you need to just see who is turning with you.
You know, I spent the first half of my career.
And obviously, if somebody's approaching, you just don't go and let them pass first.
xQc, did you rail my mom?
It's slippery, maybe? What the fuck is he doing? Just go into it? What the fuck is he doing?
Move over or slow down?
I think it's just slippery, but still you need to slow down, yeah.
Towing recovery.
Like, yeah, it's icy, but still, even if it's icy,
okay.
you need to slow down if you cannot brake.
Sure. There's ice road, yeah, but when it's icy, doesn't mean you can't steer. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to brake, but you have to steer.
You have to. It's not like you have a speed limit, so you get to hog the speed limit all the time. You have to adapt to your situation.
What?
If you cannot brake in time, you need to slow down, man. You need to just slow down. There's not a speed limit, so you get to go the speed limit all the time. I'm repeating that word, but the reason you do it is you have a speed limit, but the general rule is you go the speed at which you get to brake in time to stop in an emergency, right? If you don't get to stop in time, you just slow down, right? You slow down. If you don't slow down, right? Because if you don't get to stop in time, you're going too fast. You're relying on luck of nothing going wrong. He tried to get the red light, and he failed, and that's deserved. Deserved. He tried to get the red light and sped up for it. If it's going yellow, you slow down. If you're already there, you go through it. You don't speed up to get the yellow. That's retarded because you always slow down. If it goes yellow, you stop. Right? Yellow is stop. It's just you stop. But if you can't stop anymore, you get to go for a little bit. It's adapted in such a way that if you can't stop in time, you have time enough to go through. If you can't stop in time, you don't have time enough to go through and you get the red light.
Instantly.
But it's designed in such a way that
Hi xQc.
For the average car,
showing us your SF90 driving highlights.
You calculate the amount of time you need to stop at the maximum speed limit, and then the time it takes to drive that distance
I still think it's irresponsible.
at the speed limit is exactly the amount of time the light goes on yellow.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If I'm turning
plus
lanes,
the reaction
I check the
time,
blind spot.
right?
I don't know, bro. I don't really give a fuck. I understand it. Yeah, he's not at fault. He could still do better.
And that's not just ethically unacceptable, but that's epidemiologically hazardous because what the hell? COVID means increased risk of more.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I know. I'm not perfect, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
What is he doing?
Where's Bo going?
Where's he going? Yeah. I don't know, maybe...
Oh my god, what a disaster situation.
Did he get caught in the car, maybe? I think he probably got caught in that black car,
oh,
right?
what a parking! I could never.
That's
Holy
clean.
shit, what a chan.
That's clean.
07SSF90, you're one of the most trained and grounded drivers.
Oh!
Yeah, usually when you see this sign, you kind of have to slow down a little bit.
Yeah. Especially if it's icy.
It means it's gonna be a sharp turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
No, it doesn't mean it's gonna be a sharp turn, it means it's gonna be a very sharp turn for the speed.
Just saying.
Buddy, you need to look. Yeah, the guy in the Cooper is at fault, of course, but
I think they're both dumb.
I mean, you could have stopped. Some people didn't look when they're parking. You could have definitely stopped there and predicted that was gonna happen. Like, yeah, okay. The guy in the truck was stupid, but it's clearly the guy. I mean, you don't get to park anywhere.
When you
need to
rely
wait
on your rear camera too much. Chat, rear cameras they're not fantastic. I'm sorry to tell you. I like glancing behind and doing both.
Yeah, okay, wait. Not all vehicles have every piece of equipment. You know where you really need to look is the pieces of equipment that every car has, which is the left and right mirrors, the left and right windows, front window. Those are the important ones. You don't get to look everywhere. If you have a back mirror, look through the mirror. Okay, look backwards. That's how you check. And if you're in a Cooper, you didn't check, right? You didn't check. You need to check. If you're going backwards, you need to check, man. You need to check where you're driving.
I love that song.
That's dangerous. Now, where the fuck is the police going? Yeah, I mean, just going the wrong way in a roundabout, that's dangerous.
There's a seat button. What are you doing?
He's parking the mess like it's you know obvious. Even I can tell the guy's parking.
Because there's a lot of people.
Yeah, dude.
You took your spot. Quite about it. Jesus.
Holy shit.
Okay, base head.
Where's he going? Oh, that's kind of retarded.
Problem.
I've been subbed for this long and never been welcomed. Please X.
Dude, you can't park there, man.
Smile.
Oh, that's it.
That's not really his fault though. Look at the fucking road. Holy shit.
Yeah. That fell off.
Brother, that's not really the guy in
that
front's
fell
fault.
off a truck.
There's fucking.
That's not his fault, no, but
there's ladders.
that's just unlucky.
Ladders.
He's going too fast. I don't know what he's doing. If it's slippery, don't go so fast then. If you slip away, that's always your own fault, man. Because I wasn't really stupid driving. If there's an obstacle on the road, you slow down, do not crash, and you didn't crash. So that's good, right?
Can I hit a welcome to the jungle? 42 months pack bounce.
Yeah, that's a stop sign right there.
It's a merge lane with a stop sign, and this guy failed to yield and failed to stop to merge. I get it.
Yeah, it's a bad one, but it's not too bad. You can react to it. It's still it's a violation, but it's not too bad.
Was not a yield. I mean yield by stopping is kind of.
Because they were going somewhat similar speed, you know. So it's not too bad. They could react to it.
I mean, yeah, you gotta yield.
There it is.
What are you doing?
There it is.
I mean, I don't get it. What are they doing? But that's how you die, yeah.
Testing the ice in the fucking car. What? That was it? Okay. See you.
Interesting.